Peace, Cancer. How you doing? Welcome back. So happy to have you here. Good to see you again. I hope you're well, spiritually, physically, emotionally, psychologically, financially, holistically, globally, and otherwise. Okay. My name is Keisha. This is Keisha Tarot. You can also find me on YouTube at Keisha Tarot, KESHATAROT. And I'm here to do a reading for you today, Cancer. And see, whose world is this? What's going on in your world, Cancer? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Okay? See what's going on in your world. So, let's get started. Step has not been shuffling that well today. Mother, Father, Sun, Moon, Ancestor, Spirit, guides, ascended masters, divine frequency, righteous vibe. Please show me the cards I need to see to give a clear and concise message to my Cancer tribe. Please protect me from all seen and unseen, hidden and evil forces that will seek to do me harm or deter the message. And please return to the sender anyone that's sending ill will or negativity my way. Return it to them a trillion-fold, Lord. Thank you. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Ashe, abracadabra, amen. So mote it be. Okay. And Cancer. Let's see. All right. You have brand new. Rip me out the plastic because I feel brand new. Fresh beginnings, reinventing yourself, new ventures. Watch me shine. Me versus me. It's just you against the world. You versus yourself. That's your biggest, you are your own biggest competition. Self-competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. That's beautiful. That's the energy I take on. Me versus me. Toxic love. Pain disguised as passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. Toxic love. Okay. Catfish. Pretending to be someone else online. Fake profile, deceptive images, not who you think I am. Catfish. Boundaries, saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. Boundaries. It's a match. Swipe right. Online dating, instant attraction, digital romance, match found. Okay, and underneath the deck you have DM slide, unexpected flirtation, direct messages, testing the waters, sliding into your inbox, and we have 1111 up there, new message on the card. Okay, so we're going to go in with these to get some further understanding. Okay, about this situation. Okay, and you got choice, empathy, friendship in reverse, order, quarrel, and generosity. Underneath the deck, you have versatility in reverse. Okay, we're going to go in with tarot. I just heard an ancient sign is your mind, okay? So you are evolved. You like to watch astrology, but you recognize that it's not a person's sign. Ultimately, it's their mind, Cancer. Okay. You have Two of Swords, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Four of Wands, a Knight of Cups with Five of Wands underneath the deck. Definitely an interesting spread here. Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, King of Cups underneath the deck, 10 of Wands. Okay? Okay, so okay. 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 All right. Okay. 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 So, Cancer, what I see, okay, just off the top, based on the cards that are out here, I think that I'm speaking to a Cancer that's single, okay? So if you're in a relationship, I'm not likely this is not your reading, okay? I'm not likely speaking to you. I'm speaking to a Cancer that is single and a Cancer that has people slide into your DMs, okay? So people slide into your DMs unexpectedly to flirt with you. They direct message you. They test the waters with you. Okay, they slide into your inbox, okay? All right? Okay. People slide into your DMs, okay? And in this particular case, whoever you're here for, this person slid into your DMs. And ultimately, this person is, so you got versatility in reverse, okay? So this person was stiff, not versatile, not adaptable. They were conforming and stiff. It seems like must be opposite to you. You could be, whoever I'm speaking to, someone that's really adaptable, someone that, flows like water, someone, say for instance, you like to travel, this person didn't like to travel. If you like to dance, this person didn't like to go out to dance. If you didn't drink, this person did drink. If you don't do drugs, this person does. Something is different between you and this person, whoever came into your inbox or this person that you're here for. Something is different. And instead of seeking a compromise, this person chose to stay the same, okay? Because this person isn't versatile, okay? They are rigid, okay? You are versatile, they are not, okay? So that right there was going to be your first problem, okay? You're flexible, this person is inflexible, okay? So that is your first inclination to who I'm speaking of, okay? Cancer, okay? This person might have been combative. You pulled Five of Wands, okay? Could have been a lot of like back and forth and heated discussion and arguments, maybe disagreements, okay? And ultimately, it was a burden, okay? This person was a burden to you. You felt like you were doing the heavy lifting in this situation, in this relationship. You were doing the heavy lifting, and you didn't want that for yourself, okay? So you cut him off. You see the scissors? You cut him off, okay? You decided, I don't want to be trapped by that anymore. You cut them off and you decided that it was time for a fresh new beginning, for a new venture, okay? You said, I'm going to reinvent myself because I don't want to be here dealing with this anymore. And you had every right to do that because it was your choice. That person had you bound. You see those feet in that block right there? That person had you bound. You had some love for them. You see the pink flower right there. But not enough love to become rigid and stuck in your ways like they were and to just stop your forward movement and progression, okay? That wasn't fair to you. You see the scale at the bottom? That wasn't fair to you. So you decided to cut them off. And you said no. Two of Swords. You see, she has that cross over her heart. You wouldn't open up your heart space to them. You didn't even get to the point where you trusted this person with your heart. You closed your heart space off to them, okay? Because they were lying, cheating, manipulating, thieving, stealing, doing something, being sneaky, strategic, doing something you didn't like, so you cut it off. You cut it at the quick, okay? You cut it. It's 2 signs. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. It's 2 cuts there. You got this scissors with the big axe, and you got these 2 wands with the swords with the big axe, okay? Twice. You said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I am going to move towards a fresh new beginning. I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm going to get into new adventures, new opportunities, new businesses. I'm going to launch things. I'm going to watch me shine. I'm going to get in front of the public eye. I'm going to make it happen for myself, okay? Because it's just me versus me. That's it, okay? That's my only competition. And you might have felt like you were competing when you were in that relationship with that person, okay? And you're just like, I'm not going to be in a relationship where I have to compete with the person that I'm with, okay? So you may have even felt at some point that you were sleeping with your enemy. They may have made you feel like they were not a friend to you. They were an enemy to you, okay? And here we have the empathy card. We all know that the Cancer is an empath. You're probably a major empath, okay? You also have the moon in this card, okay? And you have an ear and a bird holding a bell that looks like it's ringing. So at some point you heard what it was that you were supposed to do. You heard how you were supposed to move, and you chose to be loyal to yourself, okay, and not the situation. You see the dog there, okay? You chose to be loyal to yourself, and you got a wake-up call from Spirit, okay, about this situation, and that's what made you cut it off, okay, and say, no, I'm not dealing with this. And instead, what you chose to do was you chose to sit in your power, the Emperor, okay, to be in charge of your destiny, okay, and create and bring wish fulfillment to yourself, 9 of Cups, okay? That's what you chose to do. You could have Aries in your top 3, okay? You recognize this situation for what it was, toxic love, okay? It wasn't real love, okay? It was pain disguised as passion, and you and this person had an addictive pattern, so it was karmic, and it was a harmful attachment, because at one point you felt like you just had to be with that person, okay? But that person wasn't your friend. That person wasn't a real friend to you. That's friendship in reverse, okay? That person eclipsed your good times, okay? You might have brought good times or good energy or something positive. When you would bring stuff to them, they would respond with gloom. They eclipsed your happiness, okay? They didn't add to your happiness. They were not the sun for you. They were an eclipse, okay? Making you feel left out in the cold, okay? They might not have been there for you financially as well, okay? But they definitely made you feel left out in the cold. And we all know the saying that you never forget how someone makes you feel, right? Okay? But we follow that with a 6 of Wands, okay? They left you out in the cold in some sort of way. Them making you feel that way is what brought about a win and recognition for you. This is when you remembered yourself. It was the act of them making you feel unwanted, undesirable, left behind, not cared for, not truly respected or honored. It was the act of that woke you up, okay? You see the bird and the bell in the ear. It woke you up. It was a silent call from spirit. Woke you up. It made you remember who the fuck you are, okay? Your wish fulfillment. You're victorious. You're a winner, okay? And you are not going to run up behind somebody for love that they're not trying to give you. You're in competition with no one but yourself. So no other person that they were giving to could compete with you. You're in competition with yourself. So when you recognize that, you got up out that situation, okay? You cut it off. Because what you recognized was that you were catfished, okay? That person that came into your inbox, okay, that was rigid and unversatile and argumentative and a burden to you, okay? That person catfished you, okay? That person was pretending to be something that they just weren't, okay? They were deceptive. They were not who you thought they were, okay? And they brought you heartbreak. And they kept you in your head. And you decided that you wanted order. You didn't want the chaos that they brought. You wanted order. So you created firm boundaries, okay? No, okay? You created firm boundaries. You started to say no. You began to protect your peace. You began to set limits. Things became incredibly clear to you, okay? So you set limits. When you started to set limits and set boundaries, this pissed that person off. So they came and they tried to argue with you some more, okay? Wanted to fight with you some more, okay? And then to get back in on your good side, they lied to you some more, okay? They probably told you, you know, that you two were meant to be. You have the Four of Wands here, or you may have thought that you and this person were soulmates or meant to be, okay? Meant to celebrate. But ultimately, you realized that that wasn't the one, and you had to leave. So you left the chaos. You left the confusion. You left the quarreling, the bickering, the fighting, the shouting matches. You left the rigidity, the inflexibility, you know, the toxicity. You left the betrayal, the hurt, okay, the disrespect, okay. You left all of that behind for peacer, calmer waters. And you got back online. You're on a dating app now, okay? And you're looking for love again, okay? You're online dating. And you're matching with people, okay? And you're going to meet some people that are generous, okay? You will meet some people that are generous. And some that will give you some love offers, okay? But there will be one that comes eventually. Could be a water sign like yourself that will come to offer you a true cup, okay? King of Cups, okay? Someone will come that will offer you a true cup of love. And should we see whether or not this is going to be a good offer? This person that you meet online, you want to know? Okay, let's see. Don't kill the messenger. You're just going to see. This King of Cups that Cancer meets online, will they be worth Cancer's time, or should they throw them back into the dating pool? It's decisive. This is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Four of Wands. Okay, so no, this person, this King of Cups that you may meet online is going to come off like the one. and you may think that that person is the one, but that person pulled, and you may think they're the one because it's Four of Wands here. So they're exhibiting the energy of a soulmate. However, you have Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So they very well may put your ass in a spin cycle yet again. Clarify Wheel of Fortune in reverse, please. So, okay. And we have Nine of Cups and Happy Ganesh, okay? So, what I see is that King of Cups is not the person, okay? That person is going to be the test dummy to see how far you've come from your previous relationship to the point of now. What have you learned? Are you going to repeat the same mistakes, or have you learned? Do you know better so that you can now do better? That is a test, okay? So the person that you meet online that is coming off generously to you, okay, that is presenting a love offer, that person is a test. If you go forward without due diligence, okay, and using your discernment as it pertains to this person, you will find yourself in a repeat cycle. You'll be back in the spin cycle that you just got out of with that person from your past. This new person will put you in another spin cycle. So Spirit is saying that you should just sit and focus on self. Okay? Sit and pour into self. She has 9 cups behind her. Pour into yourself. Let this be a season of self-love, self-care. Okay? Be happy. Okay? Be happy. Do things that make you happy. Okay? And when you do things that make you happy and you center yourself, then your true mate will come. Okay? When you do things that make you happy and you center yourself, your true mate will come. Okay? So let's get some advice for you. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what the cards say. And that's what your cards say, Cancer. So, okay. You had 2, but I don't want 2. So let's just do 1. Because we're at 22 minutes in. And we just need 1. Okay? Just 1. You've got 69, Cancer. Lotus with fish, 69. Yeah, Spirit wants you to focus on your stability. All that red in that card. Spirit wants you to focus on your stability. And don't stop focusing on you. Don't stop centering yourself. That's what that says. Don't stop. Don't stop focusing on yourself, okay? We're going to read 69 in a minute. I want to get one more advice card for you, okay? Don't stop focusing on yourself, okay? Okay. You pull the air and protection, okay? So 1 on this card, I could be talking to somebody with the light path 1, and then air, 28, okay? That is a sign for money as well. Okay, so your money is protected, Cancer. That's the first thing I want to say, okay? Also, protect your sacral energy is protected. / protect your sacral energy, okay? Your genitalia, okay? Protect your jewels, your crown jewels. Protect your crown jewels, okay? Also, it could be that the sign that's coming in for you that is a good sign for you, it could be an air sign. Okay, could be. Okay. Let's see what 69 says. I know that 69 are part of that Fibonacci sequence, so that's kind of interesting. Lotus with fish. Okay. The lotus is a symbol of being able to rise from the murky waters of life into something beautiful. The lotus is said to symbolize purity and rebirth. Chinese philosopher Confucius was known to say, while growing in mud, the lotus remains unstained. A person's pathway in life can be likened to that of the lotus. Lotus with fish is said to be more propitious. Drawing this card suggests financial abundance, either by way of working hard for your money or through an inheritance. It is kindly suggested that you don't bide your time waiting for opportunities, but work diligently, hopefully loving what you do and keeping busy. Sometimes looking at certain situations in life can be likened to standing on a hilltop surveying everything below and to the horizon, in that it puts things in perspective and always helps us to see things more openly and clearly. To gain help, if needed, wear the colors cream, orange, red, or purple. If you were born on an 11-day or a 22-day, there is the possibility that energies drawn from this card could be doubled, okay? So, yeah. This is essentially saying that you've been through some tough stuff, but you have been born again. You're born again from all of that hardship that you endured, and you are unstained, okay? This is saying that you're definitely financially abundant, or will be, and your financial abundance is linked to you working diligently, doing what it is that you love, okay? You're going to do something, whatever it is that you love to do, that is what's going to bring you money, okay? Cancer, whatever it is that you love to do, that is what's going to bring you money, okay? All right? So, whatever it is that you love to do, don't stop doing it. Don't stop, because that is what is going to bring you money, and that money is going to be protected, okay? And then you got the air card here with the number money underneath, 28. Could be an air sign that comes into your life next, okay? That that you should consider. Not that King of Cups, okay? It's an air sign that's going to come into your life next, and that could be a protected relationship as well. So something for you to keep in mind. Okay, so hopefully this resonated with you. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Thank you for coming back, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye. And stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.